Hey guys, it's Micah from Sapulpa Times.
And Lucy with the City of Sapulpa.
Do you think that I need to say that every time? I mean, people know when they're on Sapulpa Times that it's Micah from Sapulpa Times.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. It's such a habit now. Like that's my official trigger to
Right.
start the show.
Maybe we should change it. Something a little
Like
bit more
what?
catchy. I don't know.
More catchy?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know yet.
I'm gonna need some ideas.
I'm not really an improv person, so I'll have to think about it.
You know, for someone who's not an improv person, I have to say that you're pretty good at thinking on your feet when
Yeah?
you're on the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Like I can generally ask you about something, and I feel like that I'm putting you on the spot about something, but you're able to roll with it most of the time.
Well, when you ask me about things I'm educated in, that's easy.
Yeah. I need to try and trip you up a little bit more often. Or
You could
something.
try.
Speaking of tripping you up and putting you on the spot, I'm going to do that right. Well, I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I'm going to do a little promo for a future show that we're going to do next week. And Lucy doesn't even know about this
Oh,
yet.
okay.
But I have already asked Janet and Jordan, and I asked Phil and Jonathan from the Freedom Goobers podcast or whatever they call that. And we're going to do a special, Sapulpa Times is going to host it. We're going to do a special trivia show with all of us.
Okay.
With and it'll probably be Phil and Jonathan versus Janet and Jordan, unless you want to get in on one of those teams or something.
I'm not great at trivia.
You're not?
No.
Sorry about that.
I'll wear my
Um,
Vanna White outfit.
okay.
We can host a game show. That
Okay.
sounds good.
That would be great to have you as the assistant,
Yeah.
like a magician or something. That'll
There
be
we
a lot of fun, though. I
Yeah,
think it
that'll
will
be fun.
And I'm talking about the categories and stuff. I think we're going to focus on like icons, Sapulpa history, things like that. So, and it should be stuff that people should know.
We'll see.
I think we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah. And maybe some people need to brush up on the history. But my goal with that is to start with these guys, and then actually I want to make this something that we invite our audience to actually participate in. And maybe, I don't know, it'd be cool if maybe we can get local businesses or something to sponsor some of that and do giveaways or something.
That'd
Maybe.
be kind of cool.
Maybe. Be fun, I
You're
think.
dreaming big right now. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay. I get your approval?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Lucy approves, so it's gonna happen. It'll be next week, and we will start promoting that as we get closer to that date. But first, I guess let's talk about what today's show is about, not next week's show.
Well, we can talk about some good news that I forgot
Okay.
to mention.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's start off with some good news.
We'll start
to
with some
start
good
with,
news.
not going to be good news. Go ahead.
Trash is on schedule.
Yay.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
updated.
you know how bad it's got to be for that to be good news?
I
The
know.
trash is on schedule.
I was
yes.
gonna say updated, and then I was like, wait, that's not the right word. So trash is on schedule. Everyone got picked up last week. They did work on the 4th of July.
Okay.
And so if you had a Friday pickup, you got picked up. And so this week, everyone should be picked up on the right day. Put your cans out there when they're supposed to be out there. Pick them up when you're supposed to. They will be empty. We have a lot of faith in waste management and staying on track.
Yeah. I mean, I always had faith that they would eventually get it figured out. It was just a perfect storm of sorts with the truck breaking down, and I think they lost some people or something.
Yeah.
And had to hire some folks. So, so that's awesome. That's great. And for the world's most horrible segue, speaking of storms, we got to mention, this isn't Sapulpa stuff. This is, you guys have probably seen by now the devastation that's happened over in Texas. And I don't even have the latest numbers. I know that they were pretty high. They keep going up, and I know that there's people still missing. But if you've been living under a rock for the last weekend, the Texas Hill Country, and specifically in Kerrville, Texas, had to deal with some really devastating flooding. And I mean, we were talking like I was reading a 20-foot wall of water that went down the Guadalupe Creek and washed out a camp or two, not to mention like the homes and things like that, and really tragic. And I think it's made even worse by the fact that it was the 4th of July weekend. It's a time where everybody's supposed to be out celebrating and stuff, and now these families are having to deal with this terrible tragedy. And then I saw a post from my wife earlier this morning that now it looks like, I think she said North Carolina is starting to get a sudden amount of rain, and maybe the same way that Texas did. So we're just praying for that part of the country. We had to deal with our own rain and stuff, but we didn't have flooding like that.
Mm-mm. No, I was trying to figure out like what, could have caused it. Is there a hurricane in the area or something like that going on? And I mean, 26 feet in 40 minutes is a lot of water.
Yeah, that was making me think. Okay, did we have a dam break somewhere down the line or something?
I don't know.
I don't think that's what it was.
And I started looking. Kerrville's. I was digging around on the map, and Kerrville was not even really as close. It's very inland.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect that. Like when I started hearing it, I didn't know where it was, and I just continued to see it, and so I went and looked, and I was like pretty shocked at the location and just kind of what's going on.
Yeah, and I have to imagine that sort of flooding did not happen there often enough, because otherwise I think that the campers would have picked up and headed out. I think they were just thinking, okay, it's just a regular summer rainstorm. We're going to have to sit this thing out and just wait it out. And next thing you know, they're being carried miles down river and being found in trees and things like that. So anyway, I mean, our hearts are with everybody who's affected there. That is just terrible. And so I'm just praying that the families there get some good news or some closure. Hard to talk about. So, okay. So, how was the rest of your weekend?
I did have a pretty good weekend. We kind of hung out by the pool and did some fireworks and celebrated. So it was a good time. I got to see my dad and hang out with him, and so it was a great weekend. Did
you get to shoot off any really cool, like amazing fireworks?
I didn't. I did a bunch of little stuff, and then I just walked around my neighborhood and saw all the amazing dollars being blown up that were not mine.
Yeah. It's always nice to watch somebody else's money get blown up.
Yeah.
We went, and my son, my youngest son, if you give him money to spend on fireworks, he will use every bit of that money on one thing.
Oh.
I mean, if he can.
Oh, yeah.
And now he didn't necessarily do that this time, but I mean, he made sure that we walked out of there with some really like big explosive things that are like, one of them was called the Sorcerer.
Okay.
It was like a 9-count artillery shell, something or other, that was amazing when we lit. It was great. It was awesome. And I don't know, he's getting to that age now where he's like really interested in like the big explosions.
Big stuff. Yeah.
And so he got to participate in that, and that was a lot of fun. But same deal, like on the way home, we were doing this at my sister's house in Bixby. So driving Highway 51, no, not 51, 151st, I guess, on the way back to Highway 75, there was just fireworks everywhere. And it was great because it's that part of town where there's not a lot of light pollution and stuff, so you can really see pretty far.
Yeah.
And that's always awesome. A lot of fun. So I don't know if you got to watch Friday's show or not, but talked quite a bit about fireworks and talked about some of the folks that were commenting on why Sapulpa was not having a fireworks show. So if you missed that, be sure to go and rewatch it. It's on the YouTube channel. I think you can still find it on the Facebook page. So anyway, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We're probably going to make something like that a regular segment on the show, I think, in the future. But okay, moving on. Tomorrow, we talked about the weekend. Let's talk about this week. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be pretty fun. Do you know who else coming for this thing?
Excited. There's a lot of people coming. I can't tell you everyone that's coming, but I can tell you that there's a lot of special guests that are going to be attending.
Okay.
And it's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be. Okay, the thing that we're referring to right now is the groundbreaking for the new Route 66 park that'll be happening out by the Rock Creek Bridge right off of Ozark Trail. And and you even mentioned last week they've been doing some prep work there because it'll be a big photo op, and apparently we're going to have some special guests there. So it'll be a lot of fun. And I know a lot of us community folks are going to be there. Chamber will be there. You and I will be there.
Main Street should be there.
Oh, yeah.
City Council will be there.
Yeah, okay, good. All of City Council?
I
Most-
can't
most of
guarantee all of them will be there, but they have all been invited and have responded. So
Okay. So the reason I said all of city council is, like, I haven't gotten the notice that there would be a possible quorum. They have
potential
to put out a
quorum,
notice
yes.
every time they do that.
That'll go out probably based on the RSVP this afternoon.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right. So if you're wondering what we're talking about here, anytime that there's an event happening
Mm-hmm.
where a certain amount of the city councilors may be present,
Mm-hmm.
then a notice has to go out saying a possible quorum would be at this event. And it's just a notice of, I mean, there's not any official business or anything that's supposed to be conducted there, but it's like a notice to the public. It's like, hey, all the city councilors are going to be in this space right here. We want you to be aware of it. And it's just more of an information kind of thing than anything else. But anyway, so that's, yeah, we'll probably see that. I think most of the city councilors, if they're able to be there, you know, they're not at their job, stuck at their jobs or something, they'll be there for this. Because this will be a big project, so it'll be awesome. So Jason Wayne just got on. Let's see. Oh, neato. Okay, so you know how Creek County Speedway has been doing that thing for free.
I saw it.
You did see that. Okay, I'm going to add it to the broadcast real quick so everybody else can see it. So this weekend is free for Kellyville and Sapulpa to get into the races with your IDs. So just have an ID that says that you live in Kellyville or Sapulpa. You'll be able to get into the Creek County Speedway for free. And that's the day they're doing their fireworks show, I believe, right?
Yep.
Jason, right? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So that's awesome. Well,
And they have I was gonna say Model T, but that is not right. Jason will have to put it in there. They're having a certain class of cars racing this weekend.
okay.
Yeah.
Not like the normal,
Well,
like the ad car shrine cards or something? That
no,
would be
they'll
fun.
have the like normal races, but they're so like sprint cars. They'll have some sprint cars, but they won't have all of them usually. So like they have a different like feature race each week. I can't remember what the feature race. I can't remember the name of the car. It's a bigger car.
Okay, well, he's leaving you high and dry. He's
Okay.
not telling us. So
Anyway, so they're having a feature race and they're having fireworks and it's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna go.
okay, I won't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I mean, I definitely need to make it out there at some point, but we'll be out at an outreach that my church is doing that day.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so we'll be out hauling trash and picking up the neighborhood and stuff. So probably we'll be too exhausted to go that night.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, but I hope whoever does go has a great time. Okay, there we go. Jason said late models have been added to the show along with several other classes that will be running. Good deal.
Late
Thank you,
models.
sir. Appreciate that. Okay, so that'll be fun. That's happening on Saturday, and we'll be sure to remind you guys about that when we talk about what's happening this weekend on Wednesday. Speaking of things that are happening this week, though, the library is, the elevator is down right now, 7th through the 9th. So today, tomorrow, Wednesday, the elevator will not be working. They have stairs. I mean, if you're able to use the stairs, you can still get to where you need to go. But the elevator is inoperable, so hopefully they'll have that up and running later on this week. A piece of new news, the Sapulpa Artists Guild will not be having their painting classes. They do this on Thursdays, and they said, I guess they're going to have it this Thursday because they said that the dates that they're not doing it are the 17th and the 24th, and then they'll be back on the 31st. So they're going to take the next couple of weeks off starting next week, and then they'll be back. So if you're part of that Sapulpa Artist Guild or you've been thinking about checking that out, which I would recommend, it's a pretty cool group of folks over there. You'll want to either go this week or wait till the end of the month, which just looking at those dates, it's freaking me out already. We're getting close to mid-July.
I know.
We're 1 week away from it. That's crazy. So they'll be back on July 31st. And then we've got a city hall meeting tonight that I think will be mildly interesting.
As interesting as they can be.
No. Some of
them
some
are
city
actually
hall
kind of
meetings get
wild.
really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think this one won't be like crazy, but does look like we're going to be getting some new stuff. So they have an item on the agenda to annex in a piece of property on 49th West Avenue over by the Creek County Turnpike. Okay, guys, picture that in your mind where that's at. there's going to be a new set of townhomes
Mhm.
built on that property,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, if you drive over there now, there's a big sign with a preview.
And did you say there's also going to be a hotel or no? Do we know?
We don't know.
We don't know yet.
No,
Okay,
we just
that's not
know
a for sure
that
thing.
the developer has a lot of plans and is moving in the direction of fulfilling all of those ideas.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was thrown off because the name of the developer is Hilton High Rise LLC is the name of the company. And, you know, when you think Hilton Hotel. It's not the same. It's not those people. It's not the Hilton people, as far as I can tell. So we're going to have some townhomes going in there, though. Do we have any idea, like, how many or anything like that? Do you know?
That'll be on the agenda. That's a Nikki question.
Okay.
Or that'll be at council. That's a Nikki question.
Okay, so that'll be at City Council tonight. There's some other things happening. Il Gusto, it looks like it's probably going to get approved for their tax rebate incentive that they get, which is great. And then just various other kind of business things. If you guys have never been to a City Council meeting, I would encourage you guys to come at least once just to check out how it's done and just kind of see it. Sometimes, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it gets boring sometimes. But sometimes it's definitely not. Sometimes it's a lot of fun. And those are the good ones to go to. But I go to most of them, whether they're boring or not, just so that we've got stuff to talk about the next time we have our show. So that'll be happening tonight at City Council. All right. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Okay. Last thing, Jason is like taking up half of our show here today, so I'm going to add this last one. He said you can always stop by the track and pick up snow cones. Looking forward to seeing everyone this weekend, I think is what he's saying, though. So I didn't know they have snow cones. Is that all the time or just when they're doing races?
I think it's just when they're doing races.
Okay. I imagine that's probably the case.
That's
but
probably true.
because I don't think the snow cone snow cone shack will be open all the time.
I don't think so, because I think it's inside the gate.
Okay. Oh, so, okay. Well, that makes sense. Then
Yeah.
it would only be available when it's open.
Yeah.
And it's a good time of year to be doing the snow cones, by the way. I did see somebody was talking about putting snow cones in Sapulpa because we had the snow cone shack that was over by Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
I don't think they're open now.
They're not open. And the one that used to be in like the Quick Trip parking lot's not there either.
Okay. So we're going to have, can you get snow cones in Sapulpa right now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think anyone has snow
We need to find that out. I mean, my favorite snow cone place is over in Sand Springs. And y'all, I mean, that's saying something because you guys know I don't like to go to Sand Springs if I don't have to. But I have to for those snow cones.
I'm not going to lie. I've been going over to Harvard area, 51st and Harvard. There is an iguana ice, so you can get some pineapple whip.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Got to go for the pineapple whip.
Yeah, but they also have snow cones.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody's going there just for the pineapple whip.
Oh,
What
I
is this,
am.
Disney World?
Yeah. In
Okay.
Oklahoma.
I guess so. You get a pineapple whip in Oklahoma. What is this, Disney World?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Okay. All right. We're going to go find out if you can get snow cones in Sapulpa, and we'll be sure to let you guys know. Thanks for tuning into the show today. We will see you guys again on Wednesday where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Have a great Monday, everybody.
Bye.
We'll see ya. Bye-bye.